Alright, you guys, finally we are here and we are about to start our FSL Myanmar. For the meantime, we will be introducing ourselves. I'm Kaisaya and I'm with Yuko. Hey Yuko, are you there?
What's up? Alright, thank
Yes.
you so much for the viewers right now. But of course, before anything else, do not forget to share the live stream. Show them how strong girl power can be, not just in the Philippines, but also here in Myanmar.
Myanmar, indeed. And I think our teams are ready, so I guess we're gonna give them a cue so that we can start over onto the drafting phase already. And guys, don't forget to share the live stream. Let other Myanmar Mobile Legends Bang Bang fans know about what is happening tonight. So there you go. We are now onto our drafting phase. Onto the blue side, you can see their Burmese Angels, and onto the right side, the red team, that is Oppai Hunter.
I don't know about you, but I like the name, the
Oppai Hunter?
team two's name.
Which one? Which one?
It's really nice to think that they're girls. Oppai Hunter, let's
yeah.
go.
And they hunt
Alright, so,
Oppai, or whatever that is, assuming we don't know.
Nice one. Alright, so the thing about casting games in different countries is I'm personally curious and excited to see what kind of meta do they have. Are they gonna have unorthodox picks? Are they gonna stick with what works? But for now, first two bans are a Diggy and a Guinevere.
Yes, indeed. And actually, it's kind of pretty similar to the Philippines
Yes.
prioritization of bans so far. We've seen from last week and that this Diggy getting banned. Guinevere, not that much of a priority. It was actually sometimes would be Garok, the Kimi. But in here, it seems like they really want to remove this tanky mage fighters from the lineup as well as this Diggy.
Yep, that's true. And well, third ban going over to this Esmeralda. I kind of know why, because Esmeralda, once the player is really aggressive, works so well. And I actually saw a Harith versus Esmeralda matchup once, and Harith was not able to do anything because, like we all know, Esmeralda steals shield.
Yes, indeed. And we can see in here second ban of the red team, that is Oppai Hunter. They will be banning out the Kimi. This will leave the Grok available, but we're not yet too sure.
Harith
We're
as
still, Harith as well. We are about to find out. Apparently, Harith or Grok won't be their priority in here. Instead, it is gonna be a Lunox, just like what you have mentioned. Looks like Burmese Angels have this kind of priority in terms of securing those burst damage dealers first, and those heroes with high survivability. But two heroes might be answered in here by the red team, Oppai Hunter. Let's see who's they're gonna pick.
They are taking their time, but going over to the first pick on Burmese Angels, I personally love the fact that they prioritize Lunox because, like what you said, they do prioritize their damage dealers. Maybe we're gonna see a tank, a hover, and lock in on Granger, and Kufra would be an amazing addition so far for this lineup.
Wow, this is pretty interesting. Granger, I wonder if they will make this work out. This is the first time in a region where I would see Granger will be prioritized over a Claude. So let's see how Burmese Angels will be able to pull this off, given that they have quite a good tank and mage in their lineup as well.
And to the side of Oppai Hunters, we have a Lolita and a Johnson. We don't usually see Johnson being picked in our country, but I like how they locked him in. Why? Because when it comes to initiates, and once Johnson just gets to surprise his teammates, it could go with a wipeout.
Yes, indeed. Quite of unorthodox for me, this Lolita Johnson Angela combo, but we'll see how Oppai Hunter will try to make this work out. So instead of a Claude ban in here, Myanmar, they will be banning out the carry. I wonder though if Oppai Hunter will attempt to secure Claude as early as now, or if they will try to come up with a lineup that is not for for those kind of marksman composition. We'll just have to see. But for the meantime, guys, do share the live stream since we already have this thing going on. But anyway, going back, Yuko, are you with me now? Just checking out. if
Yep,
you're
I'm
able
good.
to
I'm good. I'm
see
right
what they're
here.
drafting now. Are you able to see what they're
Yep.
drafting? All right, go ahead.
All right. So their last pick is a Angela, maybe to be able to add just a additional shield or more support. But I'm kinda um iffy about this because Oppai Hunters haven't chosen any solid damage dealer yet.
Yeah, actually, these are full of tanks. They got 3 tanks already. And Angela, yes, she's a support. Yes, she has magic damage. But in terms of damage, I think so far, this first 4 picks of Oppai Hunter is lacking in terms of damage, just like what you have mentioned. And I wonder what they are actually planning to do. Will they secure a Claude later on to deal the damage? That's going
They
to be,
should.
yeah, what do you think?
Alright, so
Your team
man,
is
I'm still
picking.
at loss for words. But you know what? If this is how they play, it's gonna work. Let's just give it to them. But going over to Burmese Angel side, they did lock in this Minotaur and this Leomord. So 3 damage dealers, 2 tank. Pretty standard
Yeah.
lineup. But I'm because of what Oppai Hunters is doing, I'm excited and curious to see what will be their damage dealer. Claude, like what you said, Claude is open.
It can't be
and
another tank. I tell you, Yuko, it can't be another tank or a support. They need to have some source of damage. And there you go. They will be picking the Hanabi instead of a Claude or instead of any other damage dealers. So their main source of DPS and damage will be the Hanabi. And I wonder if they're planning out something um for Angela. Will Angela go for a
most
full
probably
mage
Angela
setup?
will be the damage dealer here
Yeah.
because if she doesn't, we all know Handibi takes a lot of time to go online. They will have a difficult early game.
Yes. Well, anyway, let's go for a recap of the lineup while we are here onto the loading screen. So, for Team Burmese Angel, we have here Lunox for Polymorph, Leomord for Umbrella, Granger for Eric, Kufra for Katsuki, and Minotaur for Kay.
For Oppai Hunter, we have. Am I allowed to say this? Yes. For Yuki, I'm so sorry. Yuki on this Hanabi, Nishima on this Lolita, Josung on this Johnson, and Yoon for this Hilda.
Nice. And
I had second thoughts there,
no
but you know
worries.
what? It's good. All good. All good.
Yeah, I'm happy for you that you are actually aware of that or something. But anyway, let's head
Is
into
this why you
battlefield.
didn't choose to do the team rundowns on
Yeah.
that
Until
side?
the enemy reaches the
Alright, so here we go, loading into the game. We won't like what we've been saying. We won't see any massive or big plays from the early game because everyone, literally everyone, will just farm because Lunox mid game, late game. Leomord can work for the early game, but going over to Oppai Hunter side, not much action for the early game.
We'll just have to see. Let's give a benefit of the doubt for what Oppai Hunter has created on their lineup in there. But meanwhile, you can see in here 2 members of each team poking each other onto the middle lane, just trying to clear the waves as fast as they can. But onto the top lane, we have a 1v2 ongoing at the moment, trying to get Yun. But of course, he's quite a tanky hero, so no damage will be done for this Yun for the meantime.
Yep, none so far. Hey, also, I wasn't able to ask you about this, but what are your thoughts about Granger?
Granger, well, he is okay, but I don't think that he comes up to a kind of gameplay just like the Claude as well as the Kara. But meantime, holding that thought as Yoon gets a 4-man gag onto the top lane, but she will be safe because, you know, this Hilda has some kind of skill where she will able to speed up her movement speed so that she can, you know, potentially try to go in or out of team fights.
Yeah, and coincidentally, there weren't any minions near that turret, so she was able to get away to safety. Lolita, of course, decides to join the party, making sure that her teammate will be safe. But here we go, Johnson actually jumps in. Lunox popped her ultimate, and first blood going over to the side of Burmese Angels.
Definitely, this is looking good for Burmese Angels. At the moment, 6 seconds from now, the turtle is going to go up. 4 members are around the area. Looks like this will be a good contest for the blue team so far as Minotaur, K tries to clear and create a space for the rest of members of Burmese Angels. Free turtle for this team.
Free turtle indeed. First blood, first kill, and first objective to top that off. They are on a roll apparently. If they're able to hold on to this advantage, they are gonna win this game.
Let's see though. Still gonna give a benefit of the doubt for the blue, or rather the red team. Katsuki going on to the bouncing ball, trying to get this Angela. I had to be careful. I have to be very careful and try not to mention her name.
Yes.
But 3v2 situation ongoing at the moment. Hanabi would love to join getting this immobilized Lunok, but having a fight still at the moment. Actually, that Angela will go get a kill. 1-for-0 trade on that team fight.
Yeah, this is a damage dealer, Angela indeed. Actually, the Higan Bana from Hanabi was really on point, but it's just 3 minutes in, so she doesn't have much damage
Yeah,
yet.
not
Sad
yet.
thing about that is there was no follow-up. If there was a follow-up, I could have thought that was a dead Lunox, but here in the mid lane, Lunox was able to bag one kill, able to take down that Lolita with Chaos.
Yeah, 1-for-0 trade from that team fight onto the middle lane. Polymorph for the meantime on that Lunox will go back to the base to get some HP. Buffs are available for both of the teams in here. Meantime, as you can see in here, Granger just taking his time to get some farms for herself so that she could, potentially deal more damage onto team fights she might encounter. But no turrets down yet for both of these teams.
Yep, I guess they're gonna take this game really slow, and their composition is leaning more onto the late game. They have a Granger, a Leomord, and again, Hanabi. But here, a 3-man gank trying to take down this Granger, but I think he's safe. Yeah, he's safe. Lunox, Minotaur, and Kufra decide to join the party to try and counter this gank. Man, this Lunox. Angela actually using ultimate Kufra, using the second skill to jump in, but this Granger is about to die, but again, he's away from damage, and this Hilda just tanking every single damage. You can see Cooper trying to protect his teammate as much as he can, but it is not enough. A double kill going over this Angela. Man, you cannot underestimate the damage dealing Angela. Make that a triple kill.
Wow,
Man.
I told you this could be a mage Angela onto the lineup of Oppai Hunter. Let's take a look at the items that we have. You can see she got a rapid boost in her with a mana item, the necklace. Plus, it seems like she's trying to create a book in here for mana regeneration. It's not all that damage initially, but for her, it seems like she's trying to build an equipment so that she can roam around faster and assist faster. But instead of actually, just basically assisting and giving the kills to her teammates, it seems like apparently she is actually able to steal the kills instead of giving it to her carries. But anyway, this is the second lore that will be contested freely by the blue team, Burmese Angel, without no contest at all by the red team.
Yep, that was another turtle going over to their side. I'm still amazed by that triple kill on Angela. That was just really good. I think it's because imagine if she used her ultimate to shield a, let's say, Hanabi. Let's assume that already has enough damage, and
hold on,
so far,
something's
this
happening in the
Angela-
bottom lane. 2v3 situation. Angela will flicker out. She tried to save that
She
dead
tried.
Johnson, but let's see if they will be able to defend this tier 1 turret onto the bottom lane. There you go. The Lolita will be standing out the hell of this. Kufra getting immobilized, will try to flicker out. Nishima, that skill won't connect apparently, but on the top lane, something is happening as well. The Granger together with the Minotaur trying to get this turret, but Yun not allowing them. Oh my god, Minoan Fury, one man nap up, and the damage is here, still surviving. That stun, oh my goodness, where's Johnson going? Apparently, Johnson wasn't able to catch the Minotaur as well as the Granger, but lucky for this Hilda, she actually still survived.
Yep. You know what? It could have been an amazing scene or moment when Granger and Minotaur trying to chase this this Hilda with just the nick of her life,
Mhm.
and Johnson is just gonna knock into them and they're gonna turn things
Yeah.
around. I think that was the plan.
I think that was the plan, but onto the bottom lane, Angela together with the Leomord. Leomord will be focus firing onto the turret, and away, that is the objective, and we'll go just clear the wave. Onto the middle lane, we can see in here, Katsuki, oh, catching that Nishima. Nishima will go down, 2v4 situation. Jocelyn with Johnson would love to join, but they will be hiding under the turret for the meantime, as Umbrella onto this Leomord going for the tier 2 turret onto the bottom lane, while Hilda would want to get an exchange for that by getting this tier 1 turret onto the top lane.
I noticed something. 7 minutes in, this Hilda is just focusing on the top lane. So maybe for now, she's just gonna split push.
Yeah, maybe. As she.
And that's a good chance because I haven't seen her in a team fight so far, and it's been like what I said, almost 8 minutes.
It looks like this will be another free turtle for the blue team, Burmese Angels. I'm not too sure what the rest of the red team members will be doing. Looks like I think they wanted to get the Minotaur a while ago into the top lane, but that is one tanky target. Here in the middle lane though, looks like they will be able to push this tier 1 turret so easily. There you
The
go,
damage output from this
Johnson!
Lunox. Phantom Seed has been popped, and of course, Leomord trying to dish out as much damage as he can. We know when Fury has been used, Jusong in the middle of everything, but of course, the shield is just so high. Lita trying to save her teammates as much as she can. Use the flicker, Angela just at the back lines. Of course, she doesn't have ultimate yet, but Hilda decides to join the party. So much sustain, so much tank. The resource and the skill from the side of Burmese Angels is now used up.
Yes. Onto the top lane though, Eric, using this Granger, would want to clear off the waves first. I like how Burmese Angels in here would try to prioritize the objectives more than actually trying to find kills.
Yes.
Or
They only kill or they only go with ganks if the situation calls for
Yeah.
it. They haven't actually initiated anything yet.
Yes, exactly. And I think that is one of the things that you would want to consider when you're, when you want to plan out your rotation with your team. But anyway, our level 1 Lord is gonna go up within 36 seconds. So this might be the next contest for either of the teams. But so far, since map controls onto the blue side, looks like they will be rotating first onto this area.
Yep, they're the ones that's gonna slowly inch onto their enemy's base. But now I see the strength of Oppai Hunter's draft. Sustain all the way. I mean, even if there was a Lunox, they couldn't use it. Also, speaking of Lunox, this is a 1v1 situation right here. Lunox and Johnson. But of course, that was quite a quick kill for this Lunox.
That was quite a quick kill for a mage versus a tank. But anyway, Polymorph will be getting a double kill. Looks like Hyun will be the 3rd kill. But unfortunately, Katsuki doesn't want to give that triple kill for the Lunox. But instead, they will be pushing onto this tier 2 turret onto the top lane. Polymorph getting more kills or assists. Looks like they will want to push or put a little bit more pressure in here onto the top lane, doing a rotation towards the middle, or probably just contesting that top and middle lane area now, as they would want to secure or give them a free or easy access to that Lord. Oh my goodness!
The Lord, but apparently they just want the kills. You know what? The positioning of this Lunox is so on point. Earlier in the top lane, we saw that she didn't actually go in the moment her teammates actually decided to start anything. She only used her ultimate when she saw that there was an enemy near her ultimate's range.
And Burmese Angel now working on the first Lord of the game. Looks like there will be no contest at all by Oppai Hunters. Instead, they will be forced to clear off the waves onto the top as well as the middle lane. And they don't really want to risk. Probably even if they try to risk, since this is a squishy Lord, they might not be able to get on there on time.
Yep, that is true. So now I think Oppai Hunter, they are a bit limited to where their turrets are. They can actually overextend. They can try and
The damage from Lunox.
her ultimate, and wow, just in time, Lolita Shield just popped at the right time. But to think that that was a Johnson, that was a tank.
Yeah.
Did you see how fast
I know,
his
right?
life drained?
You can see why. Oh, hold on. That Minoan Fair unfortunately getting stopped. The rest of the members of the red team, they would want to focus fire onto the tier 2 turret, onto the middle lane. Umbrella trying to flank in onto the side. Kay, unfortunately, looks like she will fall down with a little bit of heals. Might he survive? Unfortunately not. Yun, that's Hilda trying to work on something onto the back line, but unfortunately it's just way too deep. And the damage from all the rest of the carries, ADCs onto the side of the blue team is just way too much. They want to end this. There is now the split push going on to the top as well as into the middle lane and the bottom lane. This is looking good for Burmese Angels. They want to end this as fast as they can.
Looking good indeed. Of course, they do not want to give that Honeybee any more time to go online. But here, Leomar just split pushing, taking down the turret at the bot lane. And now, Oppai Hunter only has one turret left. Make that none because Ranger took it down.
Now, look at the itemization of the heroes in here onto the side of Oppai Hunter. You can see Hilda even went in for a tank itemization. So I think there's just way too much tanks for the lineup of Oppai Hunter, and they're having a hard time to work on getting a push. The only source of damage is Honeybee. We just have 2 items or 3 yet for this 30-minute game time, so it's not just enough. Well, anyway, let's see what is happening onto the top lane. There you go. This is obliteration.
This was already unstoppable. Angela used her ultimate onto this Honeybee, but again, the damage output from this Lunox is just too much. The Mercury has been used as well. Healing spree going over to this Ranger. Cooper jumps in, knocks up this Hilda, and Hilda that's taken down. Angela, the next target, goes down as well. A triple kill going over to this Ranger, and that is a wipeout, and the first game going over to Burmese Angels.
Wow, congratulations, Burmese Angels. You get 1 point to the fans of Oppai Hunter. Don't you worry, guys, because this is a best of 3 match. So there's still a chance for them to make a comeback. Probably the problem was the draft. Again, 1 point for Burmese Angel from that best of 3 match.
You know what? Lunox actually performed really well in that game, but looking over to Oppai Hunter, they're actually pretty good. But the thing is, they need to up their draft a bit just so they will be able to catch up with what Burmese Angels is actually doing.
Yes, indeed. So I think 4. They got 4 tank support for their lineup, and the only source of damage is Yuki on the Honeybee, and it's just not enough. As you can see in here onto their data, the most turret damage is actually coming from that Hilda, and I was actually supposed to expect that might come from the Honeybee. So I think there's just something wrong in terms of the draft of Oppai Hunters. Let's see.
And they weren't able to rotate as much as they needed to be able and at least try and contest the objectives, try and contest the advantage Burmese Angels had.
Yes, and anyway, guys, there's still going to be round 2 for both of these teams, so watch out. We will just be taking a break for about 5 minutes, so don't you go away, guys. Share the live stream now. Once again, we're your casters. I'm Kaisaya, and I'm with Yuko. We'll be back after a few minutes break. Alright, yo guys, we are back for FSL Myanmar, and this is our day 1. So with me, hey, by the way, I'm Kaisaya, and with me is Yuko. Hello, Yuko.
What up? So, Burmese Angels is up on 1 game. If they will be able to bag this, they're gonna win the series. But of course, I'm pretty sure Oppai Hunter will not let that happen as easy as what they make it seem.
And I think
Your team.
everyone's pretty much excited, so we'll head on to our drafting phase. This time, onto the blue side, you can see Team Oppai Hunter, and onto the right side, that is Burmese Angels,
Your team is
having
banning.
1 point already, and still pretty consistent about the bans in here. We can see once more a Guinevere ban. I wonder if we'll see an Esmeralda ban once more, or a Digi ban, but we'll just have to see. We have few data yet to actually see how these Myanmar ladies work on to, setting
team
up their
is banned.
draft.
Yep. And apparently, Burmese Angels will just stick to their first ban from game one, which is an Esmeralda. I'm actually thinking if are
Your
they
team
gonna
is
ban
banning.
the Lunox? They could either ban it or take it for themselves because you can't overlook the fact that Lunox really performed well in that game one.
I wonder if there will be a respect ban, just like what you have mentioned. But let's see in here. Granger, it seems like from the previous match, that hero wasn't really a threat. Actually, I think it roamed around on how the teams drafted their composition and how they prioritize their roles. But this is
Your
a pretty
team is
similar, actually,
picking.
very similar first two bans for both of the teams. As we can see in here, the same heroes that just got banned. It's just different a little bit on how they prioritize this ban. But still, it's the Guinevere, the Kimi, the Esmeralda, as well as the Digi once more. Johnson in here
We
being
saw-
hovered.
Yeah, we saw that these are similar bans, but do you think we're gonna see similar picks?
I hope Team Oppai Hunter don't
Alright.
do that once more.
They're just messing with us. They hovered the Johnson, but they actually logged in the Lunox. So hover and Belleric. Oh, Belleric is actually one of the most contested tanks so far, given that his reflect damage
Yeah.
and his bind and his heal, all about sustain. Especially if you look at how Burmese Angels performed in game one, they were all about the damage, all about the gank, all about the aggression.
but-
But they just decided to
Your
go
team
with
is
Kufra and
picking.
Green.
Yeah, they have secured these two heroes a while ago. They just lost the Lunix a while ago, which we actually saw dealing so much damage. Will they go for a dual mage? Will this be a Nana? You know what? We can see in here, Oppai Hunter really likes showing those, unorthodox hovers. Okay, I call it a hover for the meantime because they're not locking that out at anyone. Not yet.
what if they
yeah.
do?
What if they do? Okay, let's see. 1 second. They did. They just did.
Your team is picking.
Okay, let's see how. Well, you know what? Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Again,
it's
yeah.
probably in. Yeah, it's a draft that they're comfortable with. It's a draft they have a plan with. So if they pick Nana, all right. Let's see how this Nana.
Yeah. Anyway, her skills are quite annoying. So good source of crowd control. So
Your
Yes.
team
yeah,
is
benefit of
banned.
the doubt. But Burmese Angels picking this Hellcurt out, I think that is a good pick for their third priority. Given that, this kind of assassin is really great for finding the right targets onto the back line. And if in case this Hellcurt is able to target that Nana, just at the right place and time, they could lose team or members easily from the back line of Team Oppai Hunter. So I think they need to find a way to
Your team is banning.
not allow this Hellcurt go into their back line.
Not let Hellcurt rotate as much as he can. Not let Hellcurt's darkness be able to stop them from their plans. But you know what? I think they locked in that Hellcurt to hunt down this Lunox. I mean, sure, we think that Lunox will be with the tank, but if Lunox just gets isolated or she goes to
Your
farm on
team
her
is
own, and
picking.
Hellcurt uses his ultimate to be able to catch Lunox off guard, man, it's pretty much a dead Lunox.
Not if her ultimate is available, but let's see.
Your
Selena,
team is
wow,
picking.
getting picked by Burmese Angels in here for their fourth priority. So there's a lot of damage source already for the second to the fourth pick of Team Burmese Angels. And I think this is now way too much. These are squishy heroes, but they are mobile as well. So I think if they are able to position themselves in the team fight perfectly, there will be no
Your
problem
team is
onto
picking.
the side of Burmese Angels. But Lapu Lapu getting picked in here as the last pick of Oppai Hunter. What can you say about that, Yuko?
Lapu Lapu takes a lot of time to go online. So I'm still iffy about this. Oppai Hunter only locked in one tank, one solid tank.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
A while ago, they have 3 tanks, 1 support. Now they got 1 tank, and of course, and they got Nana as a support. But let's see how their itemizations will go. But anyway, what do we have in here for the last pick of Team Burmese Angels? It's actually RB, good source of tankiness, good source of lifesteal, good source of crowd control. So I think so far, I'm not really being biased, but I really think that I'm liking the lineup of Burmese Angels still here onto the second round better.
Speaking of teams, let's go with the team lineup here at the loading screen. For Burmese Angels, we have Polymorph on this Selena, Umbrella on this Eric on this Ranger, Katsuki on this Kufra, and K for this Ruby.
And we can see in here for Team Oppai Hunters, we have here Lunox for PG. We have Leslie for Yuki. We have Lapu Lapu
Smart.
for Nishimiya. Johnson for Josung, and Nana for Yun.
Alright.
I had to pause a little bit for that before I actually accidentally mentioned that name.
Yes, we're so sorry to the. Also,
Welcome
going back
to
to game
Mobile
1,
Legends.
I saw there was a comment saying that
5 seconds till the enemy
Oppai
reaches the
Hunter,
battlefield.
one of the
Smash them.
teams requested for a pause, and there
All
wasn't a
troops
pause.
deployed.
Sorry about that, guys, but as casters, we can't pause the game.
Mhm.
The pause all just goes to the organizers.
Yeah.
So if they didn't pause, it's on them. Please, we're just casting here.
Yeah, it's gonna be their decision. Anyway, let's head on to see what might be happening on the first few minutes of our game time. Seems like for the blue side, Oppai Hunter. No, actually, I was about to say this is gonna be a lonely Lunox in the middle lane, but she's gonna be protected by another ranged hero, which is a Nana. So 2 ranged heroes onto the middle lane, but it looks like something is happening onto the bottom lane. Nishiyama forced to flicker out to safety because Umbrella. Ella was just
Ella, I see
know,
what
right?
you did there.
Yeah, was just trying to hit him down, but anyway, back to safety.
Back to safety. I actually love Umbrella's aggression in the early game, given that yes, that is a Lapu Lapu. All that he's gonna do in the early game is farm, make sure that he will get his items on check, and the fact that she was able to burn the flicker from this Lapu Lapu speaks a lot, because now they can gank at the bot lane, which right now they are making sure that they'll be able to get the bottom lane
Let's
crap.
see. They're actually very patiently waiting onto the brush, but instead it will transition onto clearing the wave. Umbrella is less than half life. She has to be very careful in here in case she gets that crowd control from the Nana. But looking at the jungle area of Oppai Hunter, you can see vision in here being provided by the Kufra,
Turtle resurrecting
telling her teammates
soon.
that hey, this buff is available. Might we want to steal this?
Might want to get this. It's for
Oh, look at that! Yuki with a slither of health still survived thanks to that flicker. And I think, well, you can see in here they were trying to poke each other, but they're not really committing. I think we
They
got
are,
level 4s already, right? Yeah,
Yep,
we do.
They do. I like what Burmese Angels is doing here, because they are making sure that Oppai Hunter is gonna get zoned out. They won't be able to go with risks because they are scared. And I like how versatile this Hellcurt is when it comes to rotations, because earlier he was at the bot lane and now they are at the turtle area.
And this is a free turtle for Burmese Angels once more. You can see how consistent they are on going for the objectives first, just like what they were doing. On to the first game. Oops, the arrow. Unfortunately for that, Selena won't connect as she was trying to
Sad.
target probably either the neutral monster or a hero. Probably it was an attempt to steal, because I don't think she will engage on a 3-player anyway.
Yeah, I guess she was just trying to starve Oppai Hunter of
Yeah.
jungle and for your itemizations, gold, and EXP.
Yeah, most probably. Katsuki, oops, there you go. She tried to invade, but apparently that didn't connect. Polymorph, trying to get a target. Yeah, she went too deep on that one.
That was a bit of an overextend, and she said sorry for that, but let's see if her team will be able to go with a revenge kill.
Unfortunately,
Not jump in,
yeah.
but it wasn't enough.
It wasn't really enough, but on the bottom lane we have a 2v1 ongoing. Looks like we'll see a dead Nana onto the bottom lane, and there you go, 1-for-1 trade, but make it 2-for-1, as I think someone just got a kill onto the side of Oppai Hunter. So there you go, we got a pause from
we got
our
a pause.
organizer. So far,
Okay, so far I think Burmese Angels is performing well, but you can't deny the fact that Oppai Hunter, when it comes to evading the ganks, evading the clashes, they're doing pretty well. But like what we've been saying, they are quite starved out when it comes to itemizations and farm.
yes, but this is anyways just 4-minute game time, so we can't tell yet, but I'm liking the prioritization of Burmese Angels in here on trying to secure all of the turtles as fast as they can. We don't have any turrets down yet. It's just that on the top lane, the tier 1 turret of Burmese Angels is on half life, and although it was just a Johnson onto the top lane, so I don't think there will be very high DPS that might counter for that. They may probably need the Leslie to help take the turret faster onto the top lane. And with this 4-minute game time, we can't actually tell that much yet until we see probably more transition onto the objectives.
Yes, of course, we will see. But again, first turtle going over to the side of Burmese Angels. Here at the bot lane, Umbrella, Ella, and it's stuck in my
Ella,
brain now. Anyway, and Ruby just trying to zone or lock this Lapu-Lapu on their turret.
Alright, looks like we have a 4-man rotation going on to the jungle area of the blue side of by Angels. Hellcurt wanting to catch Yuki, and will they be successful? Yes, indeed. That was a 4-man gank, getting that Leslie down. Oh no, looks like Lunox will be another casualty onto the side of Oppai Hunter. Unfortunately, there
That was
was
a beautiful hook from Ruby. Lunox was trying to escape, but Ruby be like, nah, you're going back to your sister.
Yes, and looks like this is another free turtle for the side of the red team, Burmese Angels. I think Oppai Hunter really needs to work on their rotation.
That timing!
Wow.
That Abyssal Arrow hit Lapu-Lapu right in the face, and that was such an easy
Oh,
kill.
another arrow connecting.
Selena.
Oh my goodness, Selena is eating everyone
just
alive.
jumped in and just secure the kill.
Oh, there you go. I think that was a very deep engage by the Kufra though onto the red side, but I think overall everything was in favor onto the side of Burmese Angels.
Yeah, it was a 2-for-1 trade.
Yeah, and Polymorph. Oh, unfortunately, Chaos and Order available for this Lunox, but oh my goodness, 3-man gank. They're not stopping Yuko.
They're not stopping indeed, and this Hellcurt was literally under the turret.
I know, right?
He doesn't care. That Lunox was in between Ruby and Hellcurt, but it's okay, he can sustain himself. He knows that his life
Calculated
bar
move.
can take it. Yeah, after bagging that kill, alright, let's go then.
Oh, Johnson going on to a team fight. Apparently, no one is
I don't think
behind
that's a good
him
idea.
to deal the damage. Leslie was just way too far yet to actually go for that engage. And pressure is now being felt by Oppai Hunter as they try to defend the tier 2 turret onto the middle lane. I think that it's time for the Nana as well as Lapu Lapu to help their comrades on defending that lane. You can see here that Burmese Angels is just snowballing as fast as they can. Nana going down, will be transforming, but apparently will not survive.
Yep, that was a quite an easy abyssal arrow aiming for Selena to be able to bag one kill. Also, while Lunox was being pressured at the mid lane, I was honestly curious, like where were the other two? Where was
Yuki!
Lapu Lapu? Where was Nana?
Yuki
What happened?
died. What just
Yuki
happened?
died.
Actually, she survived still. No, actually, yeah, this is Yuki. Okay, she did survive thanks to the backup of the rest of the teammates, but you can still see in here this is a 5k gold lead by the red team. And it's just way too much.
He like hello and took down this Lunox. And Grange of course decided to join the party. He was able to bag himself one dead Leslie. Hey,
And
that's right.
I'm pretty sure Hellcurt is gonna go for that third turtle of the game. Again, with no contest at all by Oppai Hunter. They really want to get this. I really like how they're playing in here. They know, it seems, how to play pro.
Yes.
You get what I
that
mean? Yeah.
is true. Yep. And now look at this. I can't help but look at this Hellcurt. Look at her right now. 304. And once you see fully charged deadly poison stingers, it took like 2 or 1.5 bars of life from Luno.
And it seems like the blue team Oppai Hunter trying to get more items for Yuki. As you can see in here, Yuki only has 1 attack damage item. And, you know, she has 1 boost. And given that, definitely there will be not enough damage against the Kufra even, or against even the Hellcurt. Hellcurt in here has a BOD already. And you can see the damage of even Ruby getting that has his claw as well.
Yeah.
For the
Goes to
lifesteal.
show that this team just wants to go all in, but it's been a handful of minutes. I haven't seen any play or any initiates from Johnson, so I'm still waiting, honestly.
And there you go. In here, I think once more Burmese Angels was able to steal that buff onto the top lane. They're doing their segue push already with the help of the Hellcurt Granger as well as Ruby. And it seems like they want to finish the game within less than, probably, I assume this could end within 15 or...
Will he be able to hit anyone?
No.
He just hit the wall. Granger used Flicker to get away, but of course Hellcurt and Kufra is right here. Kufra at the front line, Granger at the back line with Ruby just at the sides. Of course, Selena decides to join the party. Abyssal Harrow hit something, was able to take this Johnson down, and now let the bodies hit the floor. What will Oppai Hunter see? The damage output from Burmese Angels is just overwhelming. Wow!
Wow, and looks like on the back line they would attempt to get a target. Dark Knight Falls Katsuki went inside. She's gonna go down, but the rest of the members of Burmese Angels will secure all the kills and the turret as well. That was a sacrificial attack initiate by the Kufra, and it still went in favor onto the side of Burmese Angels. They want to get this inhibitor turret probably, or they will just clear the waves.
It was worth it. I don't know about you, but it was worth it.
It was definitely worth it still. I mean, that sacrificial initiate. Oh, hold on. This Selena is just playing a little bit aggressive, but yeah, probably you can see in here that damage she dealt against the Johnson, and we know that Johnson is actually a tank.
Yep. Well, I personally have so many questions, but let's see.
We should ask them personally.
Why hunters are just gonna chill, recuperate, because right now Granger and Selena, along with this Kufra and Hellcurt, is just ripping the lives out.
Johnson! Okay, I thought Johnson would attempt to stun the rest of the members of Burmese
I
Angels.
thought so too, honestly,
But
but
she left
apparently no.
everyone. She left the Lapu-Lapu as well as the Lunox, and there's the initiate by Burmese Angels. Everyone's going so low, so as a servant. Johnson will go down as well, indeed. There you go. Mega kill will go to Umbrella. And Yuki
See,
apparently.
once you said the joke, you can't stop. All
You
right,
really
so
cannot
here you
stop.
go. Just Burmese Angels storming into their enemy's space. Ultimate has been used. All resources has been popped, but goes to show that Burmese Angels has the control of the tempo in this game.
And there you go, Eric going for the attempt to take down a turret. But seems like the minion waves of Burmese Angels would want to end this fight as fast as they can. Even in here, the Lord is actually being taken down by Burmese Angels.
Taking down the Lord along with Ruby.
Yeah,
All right.
look how
Man,
they're so
actually
disciplined.
really resourceful in the
Yeah.
sense that we have someone putting pressure onto the base of Oppai Hunters, making sure that they won't be able to go out, they won't be able to farm, but at the same time, Helkert and Ruby is at the Lord securing an objective.
That is a nice objective secure by this team overall. Burmese
FSL Arrow
Angels.
have actually connected to Lapu-Lapu, but okay, while
Oh,
Cooper
Katsuki.
jumps in, Granger of course decides to use a handful of his heals, but I think that was just used to zone out members of Oppai
Polymorph
Hunter.
trying to morph into the base of Oppai Hunter. A stun coming up from the Johnson. Everyone here wants to go for a kill, but there's just not enough sustain for Oppai Hunter. The Lord is hitting the base of Oppai Hunter, and it's going to be a 2-4-0. Congratulations to Burmese Angels.
Congratulations indeed. I think that was a beautiful way of closing our first series. I don't know about you, but that was pretty nice.
That was pretty nice.
Again, same. Oppai Hunters could have improved on their draft and could have, I guess, went a bit more aggressive when it comes to ganking fights and going with the rotations, because I don't know, not to sound biased, but I just felt that the first two games were controlled by Burmese Angels.
Yeah, it was a dominating match by Burmese Angels. I like how they draft. Unfortunately, I think though for well, still congratulations for Oppai Hunters for making onto this tournament. But I guess their drafting can still be worked on to
Of course, practice is always a thing. I'm sure
Yeah.
they are gonna improve, and this is a good experience for them.
You can see in here though they've used Granger in here. We didn't see a really OP Granger plays, but I guess it was okay. It was mainly though you can see she focused this Granger on the turrets while Selena as well as the Helkert working as the carries, and of course the protectors will be the Ruby as well as the Kufra.
Yep. Oh, and speaking of Ruby, I honestly thought that they were gonna go with a tanky, conservative, sustained Ruby, but no, even Ruby went damage type.
Yeah,
So that
damage
says something.
type. And alright, I guess let's see what will be our next match after this. I'm just looking at the schedule. So we will just be heading on to a quick break once more, and I think we have more upcoming. So later on, it is going to be a match between Colony Gaming versus Burmese Angels. So there will be no break at all for Burmese Angels, just probably around 5 minutes. So guys, if you haven't shared the live stream, get your sharer badge now. Let our Mobile Legends Bang Bang fans in Myanmar know about what is happening. But just to give a little bit of shout out for the meantime to our sponsors, thank you so much to Creative, to Dreamcore, Muntun, MLBB Project, Yahoo, Overdrive, Streamcraft, and Super Solid. Guys, whoever wins this FSL Myanmar tournament will be sent to Singapore for FSL Elite. So yeah, we'll be back, guys.
Y'all gotta go with your best, because of course it's made to show everyone that, hey, you know what, female gamers have that oomph, have that strength. All right, you don't underestimate a player just because
Yes, indeed. And yeah, I guess because I can't hear you, partner. something happened for some reason. I guess we'll be
Oh
taking,
no.
yeah, there you go. I can hear you now. I don't know why that happened, but I guess we can take a break for the meantime, guys. It's just 5 minutes, so yeah, share the live stream. We're casters. I'm Kaysaya, and with me is Yuko. We'll be back after a few minutes.